Imagine you own a clothing store and you hire your neighbor to sew your products. When you retrieve your order, you notice that the sewing machine is sitting on a low table and it's plastered with Disney stickers. And you also notice your neighbor's young child looking exhausted and hiding behind the sewing machine. And you realize that the child probably stayed awake all night sewing your order. However, you decide that you don't care and you will continue to hire the neighbor because she's cheap. In other words, even though child labor produced your clothes, you chose to ignore it. I think we can agree that this is wrong. But what if you're a large fashion brand that uses an intermediary agent to contract with a factory? Unlike with a neighbor, who you can check on whenever you want, it is costly and difficult to monitor what happens far away. So how do you even know if something is going terribly wrong? But perhaps this is not the full picture. The fashion brand is a big, powerful company that exerts a lot of leverage over its business partners. In comparison, the garment factory is in a weaker position. If it refuses to meet the demands, the fashion brand will simply find a new, more willing factory. So if a company demands many clothes quickly and for a very low price, it's arguably foreseeable that something might go terribly wrong. Maybe the factory will not maintain its building because it doesn't want to stop production. Or maybe it employs children in order to reduce costs. In other words, the fashion brand is imposing demands that are impossible to fulfill without risking the rights and safety of its workers. And this is more than just a theoretical argument. In 2013, a garment factory in Bangladesh collapsed, killing and injuring thousands of workers because the building was overcrowded and badly maintained. The factory produced clothes for European and American fashion brands. These fashion companies did not directly hire the workers in Bangladesh. But arguably, by demanding such a high volume of production at speed for such a low cost, this tragic outcome was a foregone conclusion. Under the rules of tort law, are these companies legally liable for their indirect involvement? This is a question I am trying to answer. My research focuses on the remote relationship between powerful companies and the victims of business-related human rights violations, and whether companies can be legally liable when things go wrong in the course of business. Because if liability hinges on foreseeability, and if a risk is foreseeable to you or me, then it's also foreseeable for the businesses involved. Thanks so much for your attention.